welcome. It is showtime in Hamilton. Speaking of showtime, somehow you should get your hands on the secondary school production of Grease. It was amazing. So you should, I'm just supporting our students and saying that if you want a treat, you should just get that video, and I assure you, you will be blown away by the students. So welcome to our, I guess this is our fourth strategic planning session. And I will say at the out, I'm Dr. Alston, Superintendent of Schools. If I don't know you and you don't know me at this time, we've got bigger issues in the strategic plan. Just check us all in. So one of the things that is shaking out is it looks like we're running out of time in terms of getting a strategic plan done. Fortunately, I was working on a conference call with the CEO, Penny Ciaburri of PLC and Associates, to try and eke out more time and look at our grant funds. This is being funded by a grant, so it's not coming from the general budget. So that if we believe that this is valuable to a district, that we can add some additional time. So more to come on that, but just know that you shouldn't be worried that we're running out of time and there's still more work to be done. I wanted to start this evening off with a quote from a book that's about over 100 years old, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, because it'll help frame the work for tonight. And Allen says, "Men are anxious to improve their circumstances, yet unwilling to improve themselves. They therefore remain bound." Men are anxious, men and women, but again, 100 years ago, a whole lot of different things going on. Trust me, I know. Men are anxious to improve their circumstances, yet unwilling to improve themselves. They therefore remain bound. So why don't you just take a minute and talk to somebody about that and what that might mean in the sense of a strategic plan or organizational improvement.
What else do we do? We look at more data.
Okay, let's tie it in, and if we have any one person willing to share out, that would be really, well, two people, because why not? Balance. Anyone from this billiard table want to, you don't have to go, but you can call on someone from your table.
I don't want to be called on by the principal. So what we're just saying is unless you can reflect on what you need to change to meet the goal of the change, then you're stuck. The change isn't going to occur because the circumstances can't change unless you're willing to change the circumstances.
Okay, thank you so much. Why don't you pass to somebody else?
Well, I can assign something.
Yeah, why not?
I think Tim Mansfield.
I didn't want to make eye contact.
He was like, please leave me alone.
I'm going to share some good comments that were shared here, that we all need to own this process, not as the school or others need to do. We, as the different roles that we have, need to own it. Kevin said something about reflective leadership, reflective mindset. Yeah, I was just thinking about that great quote that just made me, I'm still processing.
I don't know if that really is
doesn't
100%.
fit. Right. But it's easy to look outward and say it's your problem, their problem, and not have a role in sort of doing something with it, but we should.
Excellent. So that sets the kind of table for what we're going to do tonight in terms of looking at more data. And I just want to add another lens to kind of look at the work we're going to do tonight and see, excuse me, challenges. I'm reading this book right now. I really like it. It's called The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. And in effect, it's the timeless art of turning trials into triumph. And rather than seeing things as problems, they're like opportunities to elevate. So everything is an opportunity to elevate. Every opportunity, even though it poses itself as a challenge, it actually can be a really good thing. And I'll give you an example. It's a true story. Went to the doctor and got diagnosed of having early stage prostate cancer. He was like, ooh, not so good. So they go and they tell him, well, you're going to have to get this, I think, seeds, and it'll be fine, and it has a high success rate. And then they go to get this surgery, and then they say, I don't like the way the circulation is going to your lower extremities. I said, okay. So they said, they did a heart check, and they said, well, we've got to put stents in. Then they go in to put the stents in, and they said, no, this is all clogged up. You need triple bypass. And they said, if we didn't catch this, you are a time bomb. So the obstacle, the prostate cancer, which now he still has to get, now that he's recovering from, is like, this was a great opportunity to save his life. So it's a matter of looking at it and dealing with it. So now that's nowhere near what we're dealing with tonight, but it's just another way of looking at the challenges that life gives us. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to a much lighter Donna and Tammy, who will lead us in tonight's work. Thank you.